Good evening to you all community members. Thank you very much for your patience. Yesterday we could not able to upload the video class due to some emergency. Okay, we'll directly dive into the today's session, lesson four. Uh, Lesson four, we have topic of seed selection and sowing techniques. This is most important and interesting subject. See, whatever you are doing, seed is the basic. Next to soil, we have to have good seeds. So we are going to cover three major topic. We will cover very fast, no issue. One is best vegetable, fruits and herbs for beginners. Which are all vegetables, fruits and herbs can suit for the beginners who are just starting the gardening, terrace gardening. Second one, organic seed sourcing and storage tips. Third one, step by step guide to sowing seeds in containers or seedling trays or your pots, whatever it is. So those things we are going to cover today. All seeds are the starting point of any garden, and selecting the right ones ensures a healthy harvest. In this session, we will explore how to choose seeds, prepare them for sowing, and plant them using techniques tailored to our conditions. Selecting the right seeds to beginners. Choosing seeds wisely is a crucial for successful terrace garden. We already seen that. See, types of seeds. What are all kind of seeds it is classified? One is hybrid seeds. You know very well. Nowadays, the hybrid seeds means crossing in between two different varieties or sources scientifically and made those seeds available for farmers for the best quality, best yield, and best control measures. Means resistant to some pest and diseases. To increase the yield and improve the resistance, these hybridization has been introduced during 1950s. So now these hybrid seeds, it's all high yielding but may not reproduce true to type. This is most important part. You cannot reuse the hybrid seeds. People are using the F2 hybrids, they are calling, but if you are using that, you may not get yield, or you may be getting yield, but it's not sure that you can get true to type, because male line would be different, female line would be different. So don't go for second duration, means for second crop of the same seeds which you purchased in hybrid. Means second, heirloom seeds are native, collected from carried crop to crop. This normally in Indian condition, farmers, they are growing their own plants, vegetables. No, during the maturity time, they will allocate one particular area for the seed selection alone. During complete maturity at the right level, they will take those seeds and they will keep properly without damaging to sow for the next crop season. So that is called heirloom seeds. This only comes under traditional varieties and great for seed saving. Third one is organic seeds. This is only a minor classification, but what it means, normal variety seeds and hybrid seeds, they would have been produced using chemicals or pesticide, fungicides, whatever it is, even like synthetic fertilizers, synthetic foods, whatever it is. So that would be carried away to other seeds varieties which we are going to select also. So to avoid that, we should see where those crop or seeds have been produced only using organic and natural methods. Collection of those called organic seeds. Fourth one is GMO seeds, that we cannot discuss now. Why? Because GMO is genetically modified seeds. They are mostly nowadays in most of the crops. It has come all over world, but in India also, in brinjal, maize, sunflower, and some varieties already they have introduced to cotton also. Means this genetically modified means they are injecting particular genes. They are modifying the genes of varieties or hybrids in such a way that they will get the resistance to a particular pest or disease. For example, for cotton, It is cotton worm, bollworm is very, very highly dangerous and it reduces high loss as it is a cash crop. So they are introducing a particular line which injected in a particular seed type, and they are marketing that with resistant to the bollworms. So that kind of things are called GMO seeds that we are not going to consider. Just for information sake, I am just sharing this. That one, selecting the right seeds to beginners. See, vegetable here for a beginner, you should have start very easy to grow plants only, so that you will get more succeed. Accordingly, you can develop your own, and you can like expand your terrace garden as per your need. Okay, if easy to grow for beginners is spinach vegetables. I'm saying spinach, coriander, fenugreek, and okra. They are all very easy, direct sowing methods. You can easily maintain, and within short span, you can get yield, so that you can get the feel of success. Then you can go on. Fruiting vegetables, that is called tomatoes, chilies, and brinjals. They are also easy, and normally we are growing these vegetables only in our terrace. And root vegetables, radishes, carrots, and beets. Radishes can come all around the year wherever you want, and carrots and beetroots are needed specific climate. In temperate region, it would come very well, but you can try it out during winter months. You can get some sizable yield for your at least feel good. And herbs and flowers. In the herbs, you can go with basil, mint, curry leaves. Curry leaves is very easy. You just plant and it will grow. And basil and mint and rosemary to some extent also you can make use of it for herbs. And karpuravalli. On flower side, you can go for hibiscus, marigold, petunias. These are all very easy, easily maintainable. And even you can go for like kind of jasmine varieties, because whichever it is easy for you to maintain, that you can grow in the initial stages. Fruit varieties, you can grow many fruits including banana, even mango and all. You don't try in the terrace, you can't get much yield. But if you have a proper setup and you have very good terrace, means you can try it out. But normally you have to try with papaya, pomegranate, guava. These three are very much suitable for a terrace garden, because they are all semi-tree varieties. You can get yield in a short span of time, and you can have better control. In sizable bags also you can make use of it. We have already seen the containers garden in second day class, about what are all the size of grow bags or containers needed for a different crops, that you can refer and you can make use of it for the selection of your containers or grow bags. Here, preparing seeds for sowing. uh, you know Before you are doing any cultivation of crops, you should first take a list of needed material. In that, first thing is seed. You know very well already. We have seen soil mix, we have seen grow bags or containers, whatever it is needed, and what kind of soil mix you have to prepare it. So once prepare all those things, you select the seed. See, seed selection, it's coming in the this thing. See, you have to select seeds from nearby sources only, from whom you can know that those crop is performing well. Those kind of seeds only you buy it. But normally nowadays you cannot go and check with people, but check with local nurseries, because they have to have their credibility. So they will give good germinable and viable seeds within the expiry date. So you just check the expiry, because all the seeds have their own germination time. If the seeds have come after harvesting, some seeds are having 8 months, 9 months, some seeds are having only 3 months viability. That is germinable viability. After that, they may not germinate, they will not give any yield. So you should have to plant within that stipulated time, that you can check it up with local nurseries, or otherwise you can check with the online markets. I have also shared the list of whatever needed inputs like seeds and whatever other material along with this class, like last time. You can go through it, you just check it, you get verify it, that is good one. And accordingly you select the seeds, needed seeds only you select. You can take your choice of hybrid seeds or normal traditional heirloom seeds, it is up to you. But I would advise not to go for second crop of hybrid seeds. Okay. So seed treatment preparation, what you have to do: soak seeds in seed treatment mix slurry. This seed mix slurry we have already discussed it during third day class, about what are all the things you should have to add, uh, Panchakavya or Azospirillum, Phosphobacteria, those kind of biofertilizer, and Pseudomonas trichoderma kind of fungicide bacteria, that is organic way of controlling this. Those things you should have to mix it in a slurry way, and you can keep it for 2 to 4 hours in shade. And once it is all done, you can sow in the seedling tray, or direct seeded means you can do direct seeding. This will improve germination, and it will give better vigor to withstand all uh, all seasonal things and the pest and diseases, and it can also increase a bit of yield if you are treating with panchkavya or these things. And for hot coated seeds like beans, lab, those kind of hot coated, mainly leguminous seeds, you have to use warm water or little scratch, but it is not necessary nowadays. Now those hybrids are having little less skin coated, so you can use as such. But instead of keeping 2 to 4 hours, you can keep a minimum 6 hours after the seed treatment. Treat seeds with organic fungicides like neem oil or trichoderma to prevent diseases. Neem oil is for a disease, pests, and trichoderma to give resistance to the root-borne diseases, and even pseudomonas for leaf-based diseases. That list I am giving in the back where it is available, and even I have just attached a video also how these seed treatments are being done, so that you can go through it. You can have a very good idea about that. Without that, you don't do it in terrace gardening, because all your efforts, all your passion, everything will go waste if you are not doing proper seed treatment. See here, check selection of seeds. How you have to select the seeds, or check that seed is viable, germinable, or good one. You should have to first check the expiry date. Only collect from genuine resources. If you are buying from online, as I told you already, collect from good companies and check for their expiry date also. Normally, the seed companies will not cheat. They will periodically check their germination test, and they will keep on, removing all unneeded seeds or ungerminable seeds. But anyway, it is our duty. We have to see here. If you are seeing, you can see here, you see germination test, how you can do. There are two methods. One is you just take a one container water, full of water, and place the seeds on the over it, and after some time you can see all good seeds or germinable seeds will go bottom of the container, and bad seeds will remain floating as a chaffy. So you can remove those, and whichever selectable seeds, that you can go for seedling purpose or planting purpose. Second one, germination test. You take some seed sample randomly from your purchased one, and put it on a towel or tissue paper, and roll it, just sprinkle it, keep for overnight, or second day you just check how many percentage of the seeds have been germinated. If it is 90% germination ratio, you can go for seedling, for your planting purpose. See, sowing methods, how you have to sow. We have normally, I'm just saying, all over crop production, whatever the crop production, mainly three kind of sowing is there. One is direct sowing, another one is transplanting, and third one is, that we are not doing for the forest plantation. They are doing through aircrafts also. They are doing to germinate. Even in abroad, foreign countries, they are doing all through aircrafts also. Means massive spreading that they are doing through machinery. Nowadays, drones seeding, everything has come machine seeding. But with respect to our organic terrace gardening, we can go only two methods. One is direct sowing, another one is transplanting. What is direct sowing? Suitable for fast growing crops like spinach, radishes, and coriander. those kind of even greens, everything will have to go with direct sowing. Make shallow furrows. You can make it through your fingers and put the soil, sprinkle the soil evenly. Sorry, sprinkle the seeds evenly and cover lightly with topsoil and water gently. Normally, for these seeds, you will have to water with spray, handy spray, and make it wet at least till the seeds and below the seeds, maybe top layer of 3 to 4 inches. It should be wet, not over water it. Don't water through even bigger cans, watering cans, or even with hose pipe and all. Just sprinkle, or you can water through sprayers for a period of time. Next one, transplanting. For vegetables like tomatoes and brinjal, these seeds has to be first raised in the nursery, and then they will be transplanted to the main field, normally in horticultural cultivation. But here in terrace gardening also, we are trying in that way. In that way, we don't need to, like, depend on whether the seeds will germinate or not. So you can use the trays or teacups or even smaller cups. If you are having, you prepare a soil mix and properly level, like evenly spread it, and you can make holes and you can put those seedlings in this thing. And after some time, for example, minimum a week time or 2 weeks time, it depends again the crop. For okra, bendi and all, you don't need to go for seedling. You can go directly, you can plant on the pots. But vegetables like tomatoes, brinjals, tomato, brinjal, and even chilies and all, you'll have to do through this seedling tray method only, because they are very small seeds. You don't know how many seeds will perform, so you can grow in seedlings, and you can transplant by 10 to 15 days. Normal thumb rule is, once a seedlings develop 2 to 3 true leaves, means 2 to 3 set of true leaves have come, you can transplant them into larger container. Spacing and depth, that is major thing. On previous classes, I have shared a list of seasonal wise list, which crop, which vegetable, which fruit, in which season, in which, on our which part of India we can grow. In that, I have given the spacing. Normally, you'll have to see in such a way that vegetables normally have to have minimum 1 feet to 1.5 feet distance between plants. Okay, so as it is pots, you can accommodate accordingly, that you don't need to worry. If you are planting in a tray or trough or terrace in planter boxes, you should have to consider that one. So depth is very simple. Normally, people, they are damaging the seeds in such a way that they are either placing in too deep or in the top itself, so they won't germinate easily, or it will take time, or sometime it may not. So what you'll have to have, general thumb rule is, refer to seed packet instructions for ideal spacing and depth. If they have not mentioned, means as a general rule, you can use, sow seeds at a depth twice of their size. For example, if you're taking one particular seed variety, say bindi or gods, so you know the seed size, even brinjal, chilies. So that seed size, it should be from top layer to double the size of those seeds. It should be planted so that it will germinate very well without any incident. So you can get a success rate more of seed germination. So, creating the ideal growing environment for seeds in a terrace gardening. Soil preparation, that point already we have discussed. Use a nutrient rich soil mix, 70% cocoa peat, 30% vermicompost, and you keep, as we have discussed in earlier classes, you solarize them. That means you just spread on the terrace floor and cover it with transparent plastic film, so that you keep it for 3 4 days, so that most of the pathogens will get like die, and even in the little insects, eggs all will get destroyed, so that you can make use of it. Normally, I would recommend only to use cocoa peat or vermicompost mix for the seed preparation. You can plant in a pot, that soil mix we have discussed. For seedling purpose, you make use of this only, so that you will get higher success. Ensure soil mix is dry and well drained, free of any foreign material. Watering. Water immediately after sowing to settle the soil. Keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. You don't water more. You keep it moist only. You just sprinkle it once in, 2 days, 2 times in a day. So that is enough. And place containers in a bit dark areas. Once you have planted those seeds, you just keep inside any darken area. It will induce the seed germination. Once it has germinated, you should have to bring it outside for the leaves. But major thing you should have to see the rats, squirrels, ants, and those kind of insects will damage the seedlings when before germination itself. So you make control measures like that. Nowadays lots of nets are coming, you can cover it up with that, and even squirrels and all, they will bite the net and they will go inside. So you make precautions accordingly. Then cover seed trays with a thin cloth or plastic sheet to retain moisture and warmth. Normally, once you have put on the seeds on seedling trays, you just cover with tissue paper and just sprinkle it, so that that will give very warm and it will act as a mulching. It will induce germination very well. And see what are the common problems we are going to see in seed sowing and germination. I will go through very fast, you can read very well later. See, poor germination, because the germination percentage will less if you are doing your seed selection as we discussed prior. You can avoid most of this poor germination, that is because of old seeds, improper watering, or incorrect depth. These we have already covered, so you take cautious on that. Solution: use fresh seeds, maintain consistent moisture, and follow sowing guidelines. Seedling damping off. One another major thing is in most of the seeds, in the vegetable seeds, you can see damping off means, and the collar side it will get cut and it will automatically rotten off. To avoid that only, we are giving this trichoderma and pseudomonas treatment, seed treatment, and even you'll have to mix with soil mix also, so that they can reduce some extent. But you make use of neem cakes, those kind of things, and even pseudomonas trichoderma means you can reduce. That means you can use sterilized one. As we discussed, treat the seeds. Uh, then common pests. Again, it will get attract to the pest and aphids and birds. As we discussed earlier, you can make use of neem oil or ginger, garlic, green chili spray that we will cover by tomorrow class. And uh, for that, you can use organic repellents like neem spray, and you can cover it with very good netting. For the, only the seedlings, you can cover it, so you can get a better control. I'll just run through this one just to see how the seed see the seed treatment. uh, so that is Pseudomonas trichoderma, and biofertilizer. He is mixing. He is Mr. Arun, who is doing terrace gardening business, and he is doing these three things: biofertilizers, and he is adding to the that liquid is panchakavya. You can use panchakavya or rice kanji as a base. In that you mix very well. And how he is doing, just to see, he is preparing seeds in the seed, say, teacups. He is opening seeds and he is just you can have all better knowledge how it has been done. You can see a lot of videos in YouTube, but I would recommend most of the things which is success that only I am sharing. Just go through it, which can be like successful to you. You make that use. I have shared this seedling tray link also for you. You can it has different sizes for fruit trees and papaya kind of trees and all. You'll have to make a seedling. For that you have to use a bit bigger seedling tray. That also it would be easy for you to get it on Amazon. And I have shared the seeds, but you see, just he is mixing. He has mixed the only cocoa peat and vermicompost. He is patching the tape. Why? Because he's trying to mark it, because we, for terrace gardening, we are going to sow seeds for in a single tray for different varieties, 10, 15 numbers, so that you can make note of it by marker. So which row, which number you have these particular seeds, he is marking for that purpose only. It would be useful for you to identify, because some plants in the initial stage it will be looking same only. You cannot differentiate. Now he is going to do this mulching. It simply is using this tissue paper. Once he has done it, because it will create a microclimate to germinate seeds very well. That he is doing. You see, like this only you'll have to do watering. You'll have to do once in, sorry, 2 days, sorry, 2 times in a day. You should not pour water. So what he is doing is keeping in the little shady area, little bit darker area. Is marking with that anti-ants piece, chalk piece, so that ants will not come. But you do whatever the way you can control, and you can keep uh, one by one on top of the tray also. You can stake also the tray, so it won't be any problem. Once it has started germinated, you should have to take it away, and you should have to bring it little sunlight. This is on second day he is showing the seeds have germinated. I would like to thank you, Mr. Arun, who is doing this terrace garden business very well, and he has shared this video. So just take and show to you for easy complete process of this seed sowing. See here, this is squirrel half damaged when it is kept in the terrace garden, because you should not keep the tray. Once it has germinated, it should be exposed to sunlight. Only till germination you can keep in dark place. but don't keep in scorchy sunlight also in the beginning tender stage. He is identifying which plant seeds he has planted. He has already marked, and he is just showing how those have been germinated. He has removed from the seedling tray, and he is going to replant the pots. See, bendy and all, you can plant two or three plants in a single um, grow bag. And the chilies and tomatoes you plant two to three in each grow bag, and which comes very nice and healthy. Balance two or one, you can thin it out. Normally, you should do like that only. Because in a single grow bag you can grow at least one or two plants, but if you can plant two to three plants also, you have to remove it which plant is not coming nice like that. For the selection purpose we can do that. This is very good. So we have shown all these sewing techniques. So with that we will close this video. And for today's activity for you, just to learn, you just sort seeds based on vegetables, herbs, and flowers. You just go to your nursery and buy some seeds. Just to check which variety you can go, either with vegetables or greens or herbs or flowers. You just sort it out which seeds, and you just to know how it is. And as we discussed, you just try for the sowing method with small teacups or whatever small pots you have, and label them, observe them, monitor germination progress, and share updates. Afterwards, before beginning in a full scale, you can do this, just this thing. Once you have got success on that, you can very well do in a bigger way. So, with that, we will end today's session. Thank you very much. I think this would be more useful to you. We will